Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Volley Rally. Today I have Kyle Disher with Rev Dojo. Kyle, how's it going?
It's going excellent, sir. How are you?
Doing great. So Kyle, why don't you tell them what we're going to be doing today?
So today what we're going to be doing is role plays of the different type of calls that salespeople, BDC people, internet people, and sometimes even managers most likely make or take throughout the day. And the cool thing is if you have a call guide and your store is familiar with that call guide and you follow along with it, you're probably going to set a lot of appointments. And at the end of this, Jake and I have talked. We're going to have a link available for you. You could download these call guides and customize them yourself. And the role play that Jake and I do today is an example of the role play that you could do every single day in your store.
Yeah, sounds great. And this is going to be a short little three-part series. We're going to go through three different calls. We'll role play. He'll critique what he likes to see and all that. So Kyle, what are we doing first? We're doing a sales web lead, right?
Yeah. So we'll do an internet lead. And by sales web lead, he just means somebody that wants to buy a vehicle. So it's not necessarily needed to be handled by a salesperson. It could be anybody in the dealership that's calling up to sell an appointment to this buyer. So Jake, if we can just from the audience here, think of a lead provider for a dealership. Name first lead provider that pops in your head.
Let's just go basic and say that I came in through your website. I'm looking to buy a new car. I Googled, whatever brand, and here we are.
Fantastic. And what type of cars are we selling? You want to make up a car, or do you want to?
We're selling a Toyota Corolla. That's what I'm looking for.
Toyota Corolla. Excellent. So Jake spent 10, 15, 20 hours doing research, as buyers typically do. He went to our website, picked a vehicle, put his first name, last name, email address, and phone number in there, and went click, clack, and said, call me. So it's safe to say, we always say we're calling to set appointments. I'm not even calling to set an appointment with Jake. I'm calling to confirm the appointment. And the call guide on the screen right now does an excellent job at keeping the momentum of the deal alive and just moving people to coming into the dealership. So Jake went to our website. He picked out a Corolla. The easiest way for me to get along with Jake, and Jake, you can role play along with me here before we do the call live, is to call and say, hi, Jake, the reason I'm calling you is I want to thank you for going to our website and picking out a
Corolla.
What an awesome choice. That's all I got to say. Now, what most salespeople do, BDC people do, is they call up and they go, hey, Jake, this is Kyle from the Toyota dealership. And it looks like you were looking for Corollas. Did you find one on our website that you liked? Do you have any questions? Do you need other information? The worst thing that could happen is Jake goes, yeah, I got a question. Yeah, I need information. Let's just assume Jake's good because Jake spent what? 10, 15, 20 hours picking out a vehicle, type of vehicle, gave first name, last name, email address, and phone number. I just want to keep the momentum of this deal alive and sell that appointment.
Yeah, definitely. And also keep in mind that, when you're reaching out to this person, hopefully you're calling them within just a couple minutes of them filling out the lead. You're getting right to them. It's still top of mind for them. They're ready to get into the dealership. So Kyle, let's go ahead and pretend that we are, let's pretend you're calling me. I just filled out, click. 2 minutes later, ring, ring. Let's go.
Hi, Jake.
Yep. That's me.
Hi, Jake. Thank you for taking my call. It's Kyle down at Volie Toyota.
Hi, Kyle.
The reason I'm calling you is I just want to thank you for going to our website and picking out that Corolla. What a good choice.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I double-checked to confirm, and good news, it looks like that Corolla is available. When do you think would be a good time for you to come out and take a look and drive? Can you come out like this afternoon or this evening? Or
today's probably no good, but can probably swing by tomorrow morning.
All right, excellent. Let me grab the book real quick and we'll come up with something. Now, you may think, that doesn't work. That doesn't happen when I call customers. I hear you. Something else I'm going to add link-wise is I'm going to put a link to live calls. The reason that doesn't work, and it's not easy, possibly when you're calling these new car buyers, is because you might call up and go like this. Hey, Jake, do you have any questions? Do you need other information? Did you find a car that you like? When you just finish the deal off, most of the time you're going to have an appointment. So instead of starting the entire car deal over, thank you for doing whatever you've done. I could do whatever you want to do. When is a good time for you to come out? You are typically going to have an appointment.
Yeah, I mean, when can I go in, right? I mean, that's kind of the point of the call. So definitely having that confidence there is key.
Fantastic. Now, let's say Jake said, I can't come in. I don't want to come in, even though I spent 15 hours doing research and gave you my first name, last name, email address, phone number, and email. What I could do is something that a lot of people don't do, and that's pivot to the trade. At Rev Dojo, we mystery shop almost every single dealer in the United States annually with our white label relationships, especially. And most people never engage the trade. Now, think about your dealership right now, person watching this video. If 10 people buy a car from your dealership, out of the 10, how many have a trade? 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you don't have an appointment, a great piece of low-hanging fruit is the trade-in. So let's pretend Jake said, hey, I don't want to buy a car. I'm not coming in, whatever he said. My next question is going to be to try and engage his trade-in. Let me give you an example of how messing up the trade could work. This is an example of what not to do, okay? And it's what a lot of salespeople do. Jake, what are you driving now?
A 2014 Corolla.
How much money do you want for that car? I could say one sentence and mess this whole thing up. Now let me do it the right way again. Hey Jake, what are you driving now?
An older Corolla model.
Oh, cool. What year is that one?
A 2014.
Oh, nice. We would love to buy your Corolla. We need cars like that. We love 2014 Corollas. If I was a car, I would be a 10-year-old Corolla. Be excited about people's cars. 1, 2, 3 words could mess up this whole thing. So we might leave this in if it's okay with Jake, even though it's obvious we didn't plan, but sometimes this organic stuff is good. Real customers are easier than role play partners when you do it the right way. And that's why, honestly, I like doing these with real customers because it works out so well.
No, that sounds good. And for all you folks, we're gonna put Kyle's info in the description here on YouTube. So if you want to reach out, have him go through live calls, see what he does. I mean, we definitely feel free to reach out. That'll be in the description here too.
And next time you hire a professional sales trainer that's probably never sold a car in their entire life, say, professional sales trainer, will you get on speakerphone and call customers in front of our entire dealership? Most of the pros out there have never dialed a phone, to be honest.
That sounds good. Well, I think this was a good look at the first type of call we're going to be looking at, following up on an internet sales lead right there. Kyle, thanks for the time. We'll see you guys back on the next episode with Kyle.